What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So luckily, cooler heads have prevailed in the situation with Shannon Sharpe and Mike Epps. Shannon Sharpe issued out a tweet basically saying that, hey, him and Mike Epps have talked. They have agreed to talk in person in Indianapolis to get past these issues that they have currently, and that they realize the situation could have gotten crazy out of hand. And so they just gonna have a conversation and talk it over, and they're gonna speak their grievances amongst each other, right? Which is the adult thing to do. And in my last video, I mentioned how I hope that they would not fight, because fighting at the All-Star Games is gonna make black folks look bad in general and make it look like we can't go nowhere without us being, into it with each other, or having friction amongst each other, because we are one of the only nationality or ethnicities, we are judged as a whole versus individuals, right? And even as individuals, these men are millionaires. They have succeeded in life. It wouldn't what my father said wouldn't be. It wouldn't look right for them two to be fighting each other, and they are grandparents, parents. These are 50-some-year-old men, so it shouldn't go to that. However, I still have no problem with Shannon Sharpe defending his name and defending his reputation. You calling him a liar, basically you're lying, not calling him a liar, but you're lying on him by saying that he invited you on his show, Mike Epps, and then you playing with his manhood, questioning his sexuality. He responded as such, and I would have responded too. Now, I don't know if I would have said I'm pulling up on you in a violent manner, but still, he responded. I would definitely have protected my name, my image, my reputation, and I would have called out a lie when I see it, just like Shannon Sharpe did. But I'm glad that these two black men have decided to settle their differences with a conversation, for them to speak to each other and move past that, right? And then probably Mike Epps will get what he really wanted, which is to be on Club Shay Shay in the first place. Because that's what he really wanted. He wanted in on that clout. He wanted in on that publicity, just so his stand-up game can, because it brings more crowds, bigger crowds to your stand-ups and or to your Netflix specials that you got coming out. When you come on there and Club Shay Shay and air out your grievances, and you tell your life story, you crack jokes on there and all of that, and you talk for 2 hours with Shannon, it's gonna bring more light to you, and we're gonna find out more about Mike Epps. And people will probably want to support him after being on there if they hear things that are likable about him, or if people hear things that make him like an underdog that people want to root for and support, right? But luckily, it didn't get to nothing ignorant, because, again, I was hoping that it wouldn't. Now, again, I did not blame Shannon Sharpe for standing up for himself and defending his name and defending his own honor, right? But I was hoping that it wouldn't get to nothing crazy, because we just don't need that. We don't need that in these times. And hell, man, All-Star is supposed to be a fun time for you people to celebrate, and not celebrate, but to hang out and enjoy themselves with their family, with their friends, to kick it with other celebrities, people they ain't seen in a minute, and just to enjoy the festivities. So I'm glad it didn't go to nothing crazy, because Mike Epps was threatening gunplay and shooting, and it's like, bro, you're not gonna shoot nobody. We don't need nothing like that happening. We don't need no Indianapolis goons pulling up trying to be shooting at Shannon Sharpe. That's ignorant. No, nobody needs to be harmed like that. It's just, nah, man. We don't need that type of energy. And I'm glad it moved past that. I feel like Shannon, again, he's a human, right? He's gonna react to things when he hear people talking negatively about him. He's gonna react with a lot of vigor, with a lot of, he gonna respond demonstratively. Which even I can do at times, right? Even though sometimes I have control of my emotions. But I think from that time that Shannon had this situation with the Memphis Grizzlies, he's learned that things can get out of hand, and it can get out of hand quickly, and that he does not want to be in positions to embarrass. He feel like embarrass his family name, his children, and all of that. And he yeah, I'm not gonna do that. And he realized he's been working his way up for a long time, and he's taken off like a rocket since he left FS1 Undisputed. And he I can't afford to be getting into no crazy mess. Can't be doing that, man. He got bigger and better things to get to. He got bigger and better mountaintops to ascend to, and that's what he plans on doing. As far as Mike, Mike has been a successful comedian, even though I told you I don't really like Mike's stand-up game, but I find him really funny in movies and TV shows for sure, right? Mike has still been successful, whether I find him that funny or not, right? Whether I find his stand-up comedy that funny or not. He's been very successful. He's been making good money, and he's going to continue to do so. And hopefully, they probably will work together. He's going to be on Club Shay Shay, and they'll get all that resolved. They're going to talk about the issue on there and laugh about it. Talk about the issues on Club Shay Shay, laugh about it over some drinks, and everything will be all good. But glad that two black men were able to solve their problems, and then they agreed to speak it out and talk it out, rather than, lean on violence and lean on brutish behavior that could smear and sully their own reputations and, make us look crazy as black folks in a public event as well. So I'm glad that cooler heads prevailed in this situation. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.